Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry, and we're doing a pretty easy job. I just did a very thorough vacuuming of everything in here and did all the edges and corners. Carpet's only a few years old. It's in overall really quite good shape. A little bit of wear on the traffic lanes. I think it's only had about a year and a half or so of actual wear. It's been sitting mostly empty for the last about a year and a half, actually. The building had a fire in it, and they were rebuilding everything on the other end of the building. So anyway, this is what we're doing. Little den, and then another bedroom. So let's get cleaning. I'm using the Rubbermaid rayon polypropylene green stripe, and of course the Nanomax in the tank. And I expect that I'll be doing a single step. I do have a fiber pad up here as well. This is a condo, by the way. Probably you figured that out already. But anyway, I brought a fiber pad up just in case, and of course once I realized what great condition the carpet was in, I did realize I was only going to be needing a single step. So the rayon polypropylene green stripe pad will be just great for this particular carpet. And this will go pretty quick. When I was pre-vacuuming, I was just telling my customer. And interesting, we were talking a bit before I started, and she was saying, I told her I was going to do a video, and she says, "Oh yeah," she says, "I've watched some of your videos on YouTube," so that's kind of funny. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna. It's pretty straightforward job anyway. So I didn't find any marks, any stains when I was pre-vacuuming, nor did I find any, there's no visible wear, visible soiling traffic lanes, just a bit of wear in some areas. But it is a polyester, so. But this is going to be pretty quick and easy job to do. It's interesting that this, I feel a fair amount of resistance with this particular carpet, which is a little unusual, but it's a pretty dense. It's a polyester, but it's a pretty dense denier on this one, and it has a bit of a texture, almost a sculpture, but over sort of these lines or whatever. There's actually texture in the carpet, and the lady was telling me that they chose this carpet because they felt that because it has sort of a textured appearance that it would hide wear, which is probably true. Usually back in the day when we were cleaning sculpture carpets, they would generally stand up pretty well as far as hiding wear because of the the sculpture appearance. Just seemed to hide wear more effectively than a Saxony or whatever. So anyway, we'll get in here. And we were just talking a minute ago, and she was telling me something interesting about the rental, the way things rent, and in British Columbia here where I am. Apparently the government just brought in a law that you cannot rent for less than 3 months, and that's going to really create problems for people with the Airbnbs, because, well, the short-term rentals, it's not going to happen anymore unless it's in, you can't do it unless it's for a minimum of 3 months, unless it's in your primary residence. So that's going to really mess up a lot of people who maybe they bought a Airbnb and they're counting on it to, as a second income source or whatever. Maybe they bought one or two of them or whatever, and they rent them out, for a few weeks at a time here and there. This is really going to create a problem. Again, the government interfering, coming up with stupid rules, thinking that that's going to help with the housing situation, and it will not. Guaranteed, they'll screw things up, because that's what they do. Okay, we're going to go across this way. It probably took at least 30 minutes or more to do the vacuuming. I was very, very thorough. Made sure I got every inch very carefully. And then I did all the edges and corners. This unit wasn't actually damaged except for the wall over by the door. The drywall had to be replaced over there. Not a very big piece, just that chunk over by the door, because water running down from above. Well, there was a deck fire that got into the eaves, and then of course the fire suppression sprinklers turned on, and then water was running down the walls. And so everybody's been out for 15 months apparently of this whole building. But you can see that this is going along very easily. I expect I'll use maybe a gallon, which is actually 2 ounces of Nanomax. And so if you want to know what this is going to cost me as far as material goes, you can go on the bonnetpro.com website, look up the price of the Nanomax, figure out the cost per ounce, and I think it's less than $5. And of course that's a product that has a health rating of 0. It's odorless, 97% food grade plant-based ingredients, and has AFT, a anti-resoiling protector that's also part of the plant-based formula. It cleans extremely well, and it's almost always what I use for residential, and so the cost of using it is very minimal. And one of the things, as a lady was talking to me, she did a lot of research before she decided to call Oxy-Dry, and she liked all the information we had on our website, and she wanted the low moisture, and she wanted something that was going to be healthy for her and not going to be any issues with unsafe products, and that's why she chose us. And that's usually why people choose us, who do the research anyway. That's what they're looking for. People who look, or research, don't just simply want carpet cleaning per se, but are looking for something above and beyond. Look at that, eh? You can see it's actually getting quite a shine under the fibers, which is usually what happens because you're kind of, there's an agitation, scrubbing, almost a polishing effect that happens on the yarn with these pads. Just such a simple and easy way to go about it. Of course, I didn't pre-spray anything, which is my normal procedure. I rarely do that, or if I do, it's almost always just going to be the trigger sprayer, but this job certainly didn't need it, so. And with this kind of product, generally, when it comes to, if you think that you might need dwell time on an area, on a carpet, well, I will use the trigger sprayer and spray it on. And then what I would often do is I would just run over the area quickly, say with a fiber pad, and then come back to it and run over it with the extraction pad. So I do get the dwell time whenever I want to, and that's the beautiful, simple thing about it. But for the most part, when we're cleaning these residential homes, most of the carpet is clean. It's just specific areas, down the hallway and doorways and certain funnel areas where you really actually have to, concentrate your cleaning, usually. So I just want to give a shout out to Corey, and he's got Carpet Muscle TV, going through some challenging situations with his wife, health issues, but I think things are on the mend now, so pray for Corey and his wife. I don't know her name. That her recovery will be quick, and everything will be good for Corey and his wife. Let's show some care and compassion for one another, help each other out, encourage one another, try to be a blessing. Let's all get better at what we do and learn from one another. Okay, we're gonna go this way. So I'm making pretty good time. So after I do this, then I'll just vacuum it. And then I'll be done. Guess the pool's frozen. Our weather is actually above freezing now, so for the next few days or so, it probably will end up losing most, if not all, the snow over the next few days, I guess. Okay, let's go over to where I started, and then we'll take a look at the pad. Not so bad. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.